Hi everyone, and welcome to the latest All-Star Archives, or 10 Years Trove. This one's for the week ending, the 21st of May, and I'm super excited to share my personal weekly highlight collection of the best streams with you, as usual. We'll just get straight into it with Liminal Life, which is a game that I've featured in the past. It's from the Big PR, but previously when I featured it, it was only a demo. It is now a full game, and this full game will take you like approximately 4 or 5 hours. It's a proper big experience. And also, like, what's interesting is that the demo mainly featured or mainly showed it off as being a survival horror experience. Yet now this game has an entire sort of open world intro, and the survival horror stuff doesn't happen until much later on. But there is like sort of dark undertones to a lot of this. It's really interesting. Here we are in the world now, just driving around. Chapter 1, King of the Basement. Let's just park up here, let's investigate. Dear boy, this is the house. Now it's yours. I know the journey has been long, but as you can see, the house is not in good shape. She needs some love. For this reason, I left a list of tasks for you in the shed. In there, you can find some tools and the necessary to do some repairs. But if you need something else, you can find it all in town, basically. Try and avoid contact with the people who live in the valley, because they're weird and they can be dangerous. Never go out at night, especially in the cold months. This is kind of a survival game, and it's pretty cool. I know that it told us to go to the shed for some tools and stuff, but we're just doing a quick little showcase just now, and I just want to go for a little drive in the world. It is quite a big world, there's a lot to explore. There's almost some like Death Stranding vibes in a way, where you're just sort of chilling in this sinister place. I don't know, it's interesting, it's really cool. Big PR's a great creator, they put out a lot of great stuff. We're just going to keep going this way. We're going to stay away from the valley. Those people are weird. Look at this, we've got a lovely little town here. And you can explore these places, like there are things to do, there are people to talk to. There are quests to accomplish. But we'll just move on. It's an absolutely incredible experience. Obviously I'm trying to get through as many things in as quick a time as I can here for the purpose of this showcase. But I do recommend Liminal Life a lot. It is a massive game, 4 to 5 hours long, lots to do, lots to experience. It's got a unique atmosphere, unique characters, and a unique world, as always, from the Big PR. It's really cool. And now we're going to have a little feature for Temple of Doom. And this is a Jump King like Maiden Dreams. It's an MM pick that came out a while ago. I've also been featuring it a bunch lately. But as, you know, as a game that I've been playing regularly, it has to make it into the weekly highlight collection, right? And I do still believe that there's a lot of people out there who would really love this game who don't necessarily know about it. So I'm just trying to get the word out more. Mechanically, it is basically like it is Jump King mechanically, but of course it's got its own aesthetic, its own look, its own characters, its own level design. It's quality. It's also very dangerous to play, because once you start, even though you might get frustrated and want to stop, you also don't want to stop. You just kind of want to keep going. That was frustrating. It's just as well we're only doing a little showcase though, right? We're not actually playing it. There we go, yeah. We're back to the bottom. But that's okay, that's fine. That's what it's all about. The more that you play it, the more that your muscles learn like how to do each jump, the better you get. It's really cool, and I'm very proud to be number 2 at that, but I do still hope to get a faster time in the future. Go and check it out, it's really cool. Now, on the theme of older dreams that I think deserve a lot more love, we've also now got Electric Sheep Chapter 1 from Dark Throwback. And this is an ape escape-like game. It's very cool. It's very unique. It's got a lot of charming character. We're just going to get into it as quick as we can here. But we're going to try to show off some of the ape escape-like attributes that it has. It's just so quirky though, look at it. This is all original. These are all things that come from the creator's head. Right? All these characters, this world, this story. Angus, and Assembly, and Python. I know we're skipping through it, but we're just trying to show off the gameplay. Like, you know that, there we go, we got him, we got Jew, there we go. We caught him. We caught that Jew who's not an ape. Now, here we go. Attack this, there we go. Boom. There we go, we've got Pike. Now, something that's also very fun about this is the way that each of these characters who we're catching actually has like full personalities and stats and attributes and stuff. This is Pierre. His birthday is either the 4th of August or the 8th of April. I don't quite know. But he just insistently thinks about like bygone days in a mournful manner. So, you know, let's go catch him. And this is amazing, by the way. Even though this is demo, it actually is quite substantial. It doesn't allow us to access the dream map right now, but you can see, look at all of these levels. Like, genuinely, there's a whole bunch of levels here. Because I reset progress, I can't necessarily access them just now. But there are a whole bunch of levels, a whole bunch of things to do. It's really cool. I implore people to check it out if they've not already, and even if they have, to maybe check it out again and spread the word a little. We now move on to Feeling of Misunderstanding from Zendo999, and this is a creation I actually found out about due to its inclusion in Fleckpunk magazine, issue number 5. So massive shout out to Flash Medallion, the editor of Fleckpunk magazine, for you know, for turning me onto it in that way. This is a really interesting and unique vision from a creator who I'd never experienced anything from before. It's very much a walking simulator, but set within a world that's just unique and interesting and cool. It's not the longest of things. It will take maybe 5 to 7 minutes to play through in its entirety, and we won't even necessarily get to do all of that just now. But it's very interesting, very cool. I hope that I do get to show off some of the different environments. We just pressed X for mental confusion, by the way, and we're getting the mental confusion that we asked for. I pressed X a bit prematurely, so maybe you didn't see it flash up on screen, but it was like, press X for mental confusion. There we go. Now, let's possess this puppet. Look how cool this is. And as we progress through the level, our character sort of changes a bit. It's beautiful. There's a lot to absorb here. You don't have to run through it the way that I am. There's a lot to take in. It's really beautiful. It's really cool. Look at, like, it's almost as if these are sticking to us, isn't it? You know, these feathers and stuff. I do find it quite symbolic the way the character changes through each scene, and yeah, I don't know, it's just really cool. Look at this character up here. With the big, you know what I mean? Like, they've been stabbed. It's just such a unique vision, and Dreams is full of incredible creations from people who you've not necessarily seen or heard of before. You know, I'm personally always discovering, like, sort of, you know, new talents and whatnot, and this is just great. Really unique, really cool. We're now in a different area. Yeah, totally different vibe here, right? Different music. Still just as nice, but a different vibe. And I think we're probably gonna, like, leave it here for now, just as a little showcase, so that I'm hopefully leaving you wanting more, and wanting to explore it on your own. It's Feeling of Misunderstanding from Zendo999. There's only a couple more scenes after that one, but they're all more than worth exploring. Now, shall we have a little audio-visual break? And this time it's going to be with Midnight from Wargarble. just their latest new cool release in Dreams. Really cool, right? It's great, like hearing Wargarble do more and more music in Dreams. They're really a jack of all trades, or master of all trades, in fact. Now we move on to a new game called High-Low from Danny Kaka. This is a simple card game where you just have to predict if a card will be higher or lower than the previous one. And it was made for Lee's Ladies, a search and shape card games jam. The music's from Sauceless One. I'm going to try and speedrun it. So, remaining cards, 51, higher, lower, higher, nope, higher, nope, higher, lower, higher, lower, lower, oh dang, lower, 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 dang, lower, higher, lower. So you can see here, I'm literally just pressing up and down on the D-pad in order to decide whether, like, I think the next card will be higher or lower. And I'm not doing particularly well, let's face it. But I might get a new personal best, who knows? Oh, come on. How's that not higher than a 4? Because it's 3, that's the answer. But, oh, there we go. Okay, 20 cards left. And you get a multiplier, right? So, you know, for like the more that you get right in a row, the multiplier goes up. And each card is obviously worth a different amount of points, depending on how much the card is worth. I'm doing terrible here, but that's fine. We're speedrunning it. It's an any % speedrun of High-Low from Danny Kaka. I can't believe I said it would be higher than a king, but that's the thing with a speedrun. You've just got to commit. There we go. Yeah, look, toughest luck. Like, you know, we didn't get a good score. We got a bad score. We are officially the 5th worst. There we go. Beautiful. It's amazing from Danny Kaka. We've now also got TeraCraft from Acer. This is a game that came out a while ago, but it's been getting little quality of life updates throughout its time, and it's really cool. I think it's a great hybrid between roguelike and tower defense. So, firstly, let's spawn. Oh, there we go. So you have these tiles down here, you know, in a sort of board game manner, and you can like spawn towers, and it's like tower defense essentially. Now we're going to upgrade tower here, level up just a bit, and also level up this a bit. There we go. And we're going to start the wave. There we go. It's randomly generated, so every game that you start, you will have a different selection of tiles available. In every game that you play, you will have, like, you will create a different world, essentially. Which is really cool. And the idea is that you want to connect to like these towers here. Well, here you want to connect here, but if you connect here, it helps you. You can get like bus hooks and stuff. We stick a tower there. I'm gonna do that. I do think this game is just such a cool idea. The hybrid between tower defense and roguelike. As a fan of both genres, I dig it. Like, we're not doing great, we've lost some health, but we've actually got not a bad setup here. You know, we're going in the right direction. We're doing not bad. We are going to have to move on though, but that is TeraCraft for me, sir, and it's really cool. We've now got Grab Bag from Canardo, another game that initially came out a while ago, but this is a game that continues to have new life. This is a sort of a WarioWare-esque game, which is a collection of mini-games, and it has a template available with which people can make their own, and then they can be added to it over time. And there have actually been lots of additions to it over time, from people such as Gamerino, Magawan, IGNX, and Doyle Puxx. Or Puxd. Puxd. So let's play, let's see what comes up. There's a whole bunch of new games in this, and I hope to see it expand more over time. And if anyone would like to maybe make... Oh, flip. I messed that one up. This is a new one, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with that one. But if anyone would... This is another new one. Oh yeah! Smash that pumpkin! If anyone would like to be involved, it's very easy to make a game for it. I would like to make one myself if I can find the time. Time is the issue, I understand that, ultimately, you know. So many things to do, so little time. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Cook it, then get it on the plate. Yes! Cooked, man. I kind of want to keep playing, but I'm aware that we've got to move on. 12. There we go, it's 12. Oh, this is Casey Jones. There we go, Doors by Entropy, minigame by Casey. That's really cool. That's Grab Bag. That's just a selection of some of the games available. There's a scoreboard and you can make your own. We now have Aquatopia Episode 1 2050-55. 2050-55. It's a different time period altogether. It's just 2055. This is like a really cool world that's been put together. And over time they've been updating it a lot, adding new areas, adding music, and even adding gameplay. And I can't wait till the whole thing's finished. I think it's going to be a top tier dream, based on everything I've seen so far, and how much the creators put into it. Even that ident's been updated since the last time I played, and that wasn't even long ago. This is just constantly growing. And it's, you know, even in its current form, it's pretty impressive, but it's just going to get even more so with the updates that I know they have planned, which they're very seriously working on. Yeah, here we go. Alright, I'll go first. I hope this just leaves you wanting more, by the way. This is a massive world. Hopefully in a moment I'll be able to show you the dream map. And what an introduction, right? It's really cool. This is Aquatopia, we're just arriving. And there's a whole world to explore, and a whole story, which is still work in progress, but it gets updated regularly. I'm super hyped for the full thing. just get ourselves checked. There we go. Physical examination complete. We're okay. Now, time for the psychological evaluation. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what I came here for. What motivates me? Survival. And all that I have to declare is that I'm seasick. There we go. Interview passed. I'm in. I'm in. Thank you. This is Aquatopia. It's really cool. You could look at all of these scenes. Just look at that. Honestly, it's amazing, and it's just going to get even better over time. All of these areas are fully explorable, and there's just more and more story and interaction being added over time, and more music as well. This is amazing, and I can't wait for more. Now we've got a little feature of Super Trap World, another older game. However, the reason we're featuring this week is because it recently just had this kit released with which you can actually make your own levels, and it's really easy to use and it's lots of fun. Who doesn't love a bit of Super Trap World? You can see all the elements are up there. It's just a case of like remixing this element, dragging and dropping them however you want. Let's try and beat this level as quick as we can for now. There we go. There we go, not bad, not bad. Oh no, yeah, it didn't work out in the end. But Super Trap World is a lot of fun, and now people can make their own levels, and I think that's great. Massive shout out to Hoodops for that. We've also got Roboball, which is a work in progress game. It's currently at 29%, and I think this is just really interesting as well. Just like Aquatopia, it's a really interesting work in progress that I would like more people to be aware of and for more people to play. It's made by Joshua Rody. There we go. And it's very interesting. It's kind of like the Stanley Parable in the form of a marble game.
This is a control function test with a
all
computer
original
simulation for chip 22684. Commencing. Roll the ball with left stick. Very good. Jump with X. Very good. Activate points of interest with circle. Very good. Respawn to last checkpoint with down on the D-pad. Very good. Completion of building you will end shortly. Prepare to power down till button test begins. Powering down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. This is Roboball test 22684. Please press the buttons around the room and we shall begin.
Alright, let's press the buttons. There we go.
Now you may be thinking, what is this on my back? It is a consciousness inhibitor. It makes it so that if I want you to sit, you will sit. I wish I could use one of these on my wife. You are made out of gangs. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, go back. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, go back. No, don't go through there. Listen, you were not to be in this part of the building. I have locked all the doors and there's no way out. A staff member will be down there soon to come and collect you. So just stay put and we'll be right down.
There we go, right? It's intriguing, isn't it? And I hope that it does leave you intrigued to go and check it out for yourself and to look forward to more updates. It's Roboball. I think it's really cool. And we now go from one ball game to another as we check out IsoMarble from Kataya, which recently had an update, which means that people can now only play arcade mode if they've completed free play mode, which I have done in the past, but at some point along the way I reset progress, as I often do. But IsoMarble is a marvellous game, and it's cool it's had this update, because I did notice people go straight to arcade mode a lot of the time, and it's like, guys, come on, you're supposed to, you need to learn the levels a bit first. But yeah, Isomarble's great, it's so well put together. And of course there's a creation kit with which people can make their own levels as well, which is always really cool. And arcade mode is an ultimate challenge. I'm very proud that I got like all the way to the end of arcade mode once. But it was just once. So alright, here we go. Really cool game, and yeah, there we go, that just proves it as well, doesn't it? Because I couldn't get better time if I hadn't done it before. But that's really cool. And we've now got Retrofire from Smile Basic, another game that came out a while ago, but it's really cool. It's a bit like Star Fox / Starwing, but it's also totally original and not like that. Right, it's absolutely frantic. You can not only dodge things, but you can also shoot those special bombs and stuff like I just did there. And you can like deflect enemy attacks with L3 and R3, which is a lot of fun. It's also very effective, deals a lot of damage to them. There we go. There's an example of it. Whoa, 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 it's mental. It's fast, it's frantic, it's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to more updates because currently it's one level, but there are more planned. Now we've got the Boy of Banders, another older game, but it's been updated with some minor like quality of life improvements and stuff. It's from Jimmy Cultist as well, who I'm sure you know recently released such amazing games as Sammy Seal, Brawny Barnacle Bros, Prime Fox, and Monster Bash. They're really on like a hit run of form. But it's nice to see them go back to some of their older titles and give them these little quality of life improvements with things that they've now learned. Because yeah, like this was already a pretty cool game, right? But they've gone back and they've made it even better. And that's cool to see. It's important to recognise it as well. There's always room for people to go back and just, you know, and update older things with new tricks that they've learned that they didn't necessarily know at the time. So there we go. We are the trombone playing Boy of Banders. And this is a long game. There's plenty of gameplay here. Look at all of these scenes. It does take hours to get through, and that's a good thing because it's a good game. There's also a sequel available, but I believe he's not yet gone back and sort of updated the sequel. Maybe keep our eyes peeled for like quality of life improvements to the sequel as well. And in order to be ready for that, the original one is here and ready to be played. It's really cool. We've now got Starchild Origins from Dirk Flusher. This is the sequel / prequel to Starchild Generations. And it's currently in a state of early access. It will be updated. But you can see here there's a current community challenge and it's got a deadline. It's ticking down. Cameras at the ready. Visit distant planets and capture spectacular pictures of flora and fauna. Send your best shots to Dirk Flusher on Twitter for the chance to win your very own planet. So here we go, you can just explore and take photos of planets. And if you've got a cool planet, you might even get your own planet. Currently, this is the main focus of the game, just going around and then, like, discovering planets. This is a cool planet. But over time, like they are going to add all sorts of like space trading and space exploration and planet exploration where you can land on the planet. Basically a lot of the things that were in the original game. Oh, this is another nice one. Why am I getting so many nice ones? It's not fair. How many can you enter the competition with? I want one planet, and don't we all? Oh, that's another nice one. They're all just so nice, that's the thing. They're all just so nice, and that's very cool, and I do look forward to more updates. Now we move on to Redline Turbo from Karambasmige. And this is a really cool racing game. It's got an open world to explore with collectibles to find and cars to unlock. It's also got a time trial mode where you can try to master the tracks. It's really got a lot going on. There's like a whole bunch of gameplay here. Literally hours of gameplay to master it and to unlock everything and to explore every little nook and cranny. First things first, let's look at the world map. Boom. It's really cool, right? And even the way that it shows where we are in the world with the arrows, it's just perfect. And here we go. Let's go in our funny little car. This is just the open world mode. So there are collectibles for us to find, and also there are cars for us to unlock by finding them. If you find a car, then you unlock it. Now, we're over here on the map. It's really cool, really cool. And I'm going to quickly go to the time trial mode, just to show that in action as well. Let's go with a rally car. Graphics are really nice, right? So lush. Oh, there. Oh no, I missed the boost start. If you get your RPM within the green at the start, you get a boost in the start. Sort of missed that, but that's fine. The sense of speed is quite incomparable as well. You really do feel the speed. It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot to master there. It's Redline Turbo, it's really cool. We've now got Super GP from Nunwana, another racing game, which is also, like, this is an older one, but it's also recently been getting some quality of life updates, and it's really cool, and if you like racing games, you need to play Super GP, because it's one of the best. Just like Redline Turbo is also one of the best. Again, just quick little showcase here, as we do a single race. The music for this game was made as part of the Dream Sounds Jam, which is really cool. Oh, there we go, we're still going. I really love the way that the indicators to show you the corners coming up like have different amounts of arrows and feature as different colours and stuff to tell you how hard to brake and how hard the corner is. It's really well done and it really works. I'm not necessarily having the best race right now, but once you are like in the flow and in the rhythm, it's just absolutely marvellous. And this is just one track of 8. Really cool. Super GP from Nunwana, and now we've got Fisholution from Gamerino. This is a really cool entry to the Make a Choice Jam.
I'm a fish.
Here we go. We're a fish.
Hot attack. Hello, I'm a fish.
We're a fish. And we're having a swim. Just having a lovely little munch.
Glop, 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 glop.
Now, let's move faster.
It's fish illusion, baby.
And I do love the way that you get to choose your abilities as you level up. Obviously, it's the make a choice jam. It totally works, it fits. But we've got to make sure we get all this food. We don't want the other fish having it, right? Oh, I love the sound effects from Gamerino, as always. They come from themselves and their own mouth. And it's a lot of fun, it's really cool. I'm a massive fan of Gamerino. I do believe that they're quite underrated in general. Like they're quite prolific. They come out with a lot of really, really interesting ideas, and their execution is always interesting. There we go. Sorry, little fish, but you know, we all need to eat.
Glop, 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 glop.
There we go.
It's fish illusion, baby.
It's fish illusion. Torpedo speed, that will help us get to the food. Ultimately, whatever helps you get to the food quicker is going to help you grow quicker, and is going to help you be the big fish. And it's really cool. It's fish illusion from Gamerino. And we've now got view, throw, shatter from your daddy 0312. And this is like a really fun simulation of sorts in which you shatter glass. Or a vase, to be precise. It might be glass, it might be ceramic. Who am I to say? We'd have to ask your daddy. But it's fun. Let's go to throw mode. Now, that's a cool animation, isn't it? Now let's press square to launch the rose. That's just like a fun little random thing that you can do. Now, let's pick up this vase. There we go. There's this vase. Now, let's throw it. Oh, flip, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Boom. Now, scoreboard's covering my thing. Yes, there we go. Now, shatter mode. Let's shatter it this time. And this is really, like, this doesn't have any sort of win objective or anything. This is just sort of like, you know, it's just like a fun little experimental kind of playfield where you can throw a vase up in the air and smash it. And then you've got all of these things here, like distance from point of release, height of descent, time of release, overall velocity, distance travelled, vase distance from camera, speed on impact, like all sorts of stats. You can have fun just like sort of picking up the vase and flinging it about and watching these stats as it happens. You can also blow up the rose. It's a lot of fun, it's really cool, and it's remixable. There are scoreboards here so that you can see if you can throw it further than your daddy. It's really cool. Now, that rounds up the stuff to play section for just now. I want to give a little shout out to Giblets. Like, Giblets is a game from Trix. It's really cool. It came out a while ago. It's original, it's funny, it's clever. And Giblets 2 is due to release very, very soon. In fact, sometime this week. And I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be cool. It's made in collaboration with the community, and the soundtrack is also was also a Dream Sounds jam. And the whole thing should be really cool. I'm super excited to play it. Do keep your eyes peeled for Giblets 2 coming this week. I have a shout section down here, and this time we're shouting about the Jump Yard. This is an old game from Entropy Tamed that has its own template, which is really easy to use. You can make your own levels here. And I think everyone's happy to play a Jump Yard level. I mean, not everyone, because some people hate it, but that's just the way that it goes with Entropy games, right? And the people who love them. I certainly love them. And I know lots of people who also love the Jump Yard. There we go, we claimed one already. So you've just got to aim this character around the map and land on these spots. And you've got to land on as many as you can. Obviously, if you do land on all of them, then you complete it. But I've never landed on all of them. I do get frustrated after a while. in theory, I'd love to spend like an entire day playing the jump yard and landing on them all, but it would take me an entire day. I know some people can do it quick though. There we go, that was a nice landing. The jump yard's really cool, and this kit's easy to use, and I would love to see more jump yard levels. Or if you just want to play some, then this collection has a whole bunch of the best ones. Our creator spotlight this week is on Yovark, who is a wonderfully talented creator who does a variety of different things in the Dreamiverse. They're someone who first appeared on my radar a long time ago when they collaborated with Pixel Gorilla on Tiny Quest. This is a really cool one-screen Metroidvania game that if you've not played, I do thoroughly recommend, and even if you have played it, it's worth a trip down memory lane to play it again. Look at this. It's like a one-screen Metroidvania where there are abilities to unlock that allow you to traverse more of the world and stuff. It's really cool, it's really clever. Played a bunch of it when it first came out. They also do things such as this portrait here. Absolutely beautiful, really well done, amazing use of flex. And things such as Coin Flip Champion.
Coin Flip Champion!
Which has some of the best animated hands I've ever seen in dreams. I mean, we're not doing very well at it right now, but...
Are you ready to become the Coin Flip Champion?
It's quite compelling, it's quite addictive. What's the scoreboard like now? 13! Good job, Gold Mario 777, good job. And then also, of course, they're responsible for Crocodile Dreaming. This is just a small selection of the dreams they've done. They've done a whole bunch of other dreams as well. But, you know, do go and check out Yovark, my creator spotlight of the week. We're just a Crocodile Dreaming. It's pretty adorable, right? It's so well done, it's so cute. It's also quite sad because I wish that crocodile could fly like it dreams of flying. You know, that would be cool. It would be terrifying for all the things that crocodiles tend to eat, but you know, it's such a beautiful little animation there. And of course the power of dreams makes it interactive as well. In the community kits section this week, there is of course the latest Nifendril Community Garden Challenge. This time the theme is topiary, and I'm super excited to see what comes of that. We've got this new Decorate Mixtape thing that I launched last week, which I think is super cool. It gives visual artists an opportunity to get involved in the whole mixtape scene of dreams, because previously, like we've been saying, hey, come and, you know, make a mixtape, put your tracks on it, etc. And that's great, and people are still more than free to do that, and that's cool, and I'll keep my eyes peeled for them. But if you're like someone who doesn't necessarily want to put music onto a tape, you can just decorate a tape. You know, you can take this template here and you can decorate it however you want. There's been some cool examples so far. There's this one here from Legend of Sketchy, which is super cute, and of course, like, I remixed that and I put a bunch of KC Mikuru bot music on it, because you just have to, right, with a tape that cute. And we've also got this amazing one from Bersky, which is just really cool, really well done, proper like metallic, you know, and I love the big screw on the back. And of course we've got this from Matthew Midnight, and there's been a whole bunch. They're all super cool. In fact, this one is quite a spooky one, and I did put a whole bunch of spooky music on it. So yeah, look, basically, just decorate a mixtape however you want, come up with any sort of theme, and then I'll add music to it if you like, and then it can be a thing and people can listen to it. Just earlier on today, I received these from ItsGenSim. These are some Mixtape Stickers, and these are free for anyone to use in any of their, not just Mixtape projects, but projects in general throughout the Dreamiverse. They're all here, they're all available. There's a Donk sticker, Team Tired, Megamix, Sweet Jams. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff here. Look at these amazing characters. And yeah, it's really cool. That's free for anyone to use in anything. But it's fun to just like take stickers and put them onto mixtapes. So I've also got a selection of other stickers here from other people. And yeah, I hope to see people maybe use some of them and decorate some mixtapes. The more the merrier, honestly. I cannot get enough. We've also got Lee's Ladies Search and Shape Community Challenge here. That's going strong, as always. It's really cool. It's got different themes each week. You can find out all about it there. The weekly Dream Sounds Jam is the Joey Cuts 83 Vault Jam. Super cool. Received all that music there. There is, of course, also the weekly PDHM Creation Challenges, for which you can find all the information here. That's every Sunday evening. The Dream Sounds Video Jam is the Cobalt Blues 82 Video Jam. Super excited about that. There's a bunch of cool music that people have to select from. And then there's a new thing that Dirty Harold's is doing called the Dirty Dreams Show. And he's asking people to complete various challenges within Dreams, and then he'll feature those people's creations within videos on his YouTube channel. So if you want to get involved in that, you can do so using this selection, or collection rather, here. This time he's asking people to make a 2D puppet swim, and asking people to sculpt a sandwich. So there we go, 2 fun things you can get involved in. We've got this new editorial from Jen at Media Molecule, except this week it's actually by Liam. It's super cool. This is a selection of top dreams from the Dreamiverse, and you can read all about them over at indreams.me as part of the Insider. For Kits of the Week, we've got an abstract painting collection, which is really useful if you're just looking to fill up an area with cool images. We've also got this Monsters collection from Zombie 1975. This is really cool. These monsters are really well done. And we've got Dungeon Elements 2 by Chevalier Boar, and it also features yeah, a link to their first collection and stuff, and it's just really cool. A lot of cool dungeon elements there. Up in this corner over here we have all the information about the latest Dream Sounds. Here is the latest selection of the best new music from the Dreamiverse, and then here is the latest music jam as well as the latest video jam for browsing and checking out. There's a whole bunch of amazing music and music videos in there. In the Hot New Instruments section we have a whole bunch of creations here from Monkey Thumb, and one of my personal favourites of these is the jaw harp. Heck yeah, I hope to hear that used in a lot more stuff. And we've also got Glass from Delarac. In the Make a Game section, as featured earlier on, we have the Super Trap World creation kit, which I hope to see people use, and also the Top Down Sports Racer creation kit, which is a lot of fun. You can see here, like, I am football. There we go. I am football. And it's just like an obstacle course to get through in the fastest time. But obviously you can make your own levels. That's the whole, you know, that's the whole draw of it. And I do look forward to seeing what people come up with, or what potential new mechanics they add to it as well. It's really cool. Now, let's round things off with a bit of art. And let's start off with, let's learn angles, sine, cos, and tan from Fluffy and Sassy. This teaches you about angles and the math functions sine, cos, and tan. Did it help or was it confusing? I thought it was very helpful. But I'll be honest, like, I was quite good at maths at school. I was generally quite good at it. But the one thing I always actually did struggle with was trigonometry. Like, I really struggled with trigonometry, and I kind of understand it, but I don't really understand it, and I don't know if I ever will. I think some people are just like, everyone's just got different strengths, right? Trigonometry is what I struggled with. Out of everything. But this is really cool. I love seeing dreams used for educational purposes. Like, I know what angles are, obviously, and like, what, you know, angle degrees are and that. But trigonometry, sine, cos, tan, it was always a problem for me. This is really cool though from Fluffy and Sassy. I really do love it. It's amazing. And hopefully the fact that it's called like Let's Learn : suggests that maybe there will be more Let's Learns in the future as well. I would love to see it. Fluffy and Sassy is an absolute gem in the Dreamiverse, and it's amazing having them share their knowledge like this and to give people an education. It's wonderful. It's really helpful as well. I don't wish to spoil it. People should learn about angles on their own. Please go and do your research on that, and you will learn a lot. It's really cool. We now move on to Minimal Art Landscape from Legend of Sketchy. They say it's a simple painting, and in some respects it's a simple painting, but it's also a very effective painting. It's very cool. I love the grading on, like, you know, on the background. Basically, it works. It's really cool. Great work from Legend of Sketchy. Massive fan. We now have a Gibraltar from Disobey Games. And look at that, it's really well done. Love the details. Just the latest super interesting character sculpt from Disobey Games. They do all sorts of amazing stuff. We've now got the Museum of Water and Spirit from QGS Warrior 96, who I've like promoted quite a lot personally as a massive fan of all of their work. So you can see how much work they've done here and how much I've thumbed it up. But also they put out a lot of amazing collections featuring like all of the assets that they create and use within their scenes. And they're really cool. But anyway, this Museum of Water and Spirit is just super interesting, super cool. As you explore, the environment changes, and there is quite a large environment to explore, and the way that it changes as you explore, it's very interesting. Look at this room. This room is amazing. And then you walk into this room, and the magic happens. And the thing is, if you do actually hang around in this room for a while, even more stuff happens. If you just sort of hang out here for about 3 to 4 minutes, even more stuff happens. And there's like a glowing ball following us around. And I can't see it just now because it's not caught up to us yet, but it will eventually. And it's really cool. It'll take you by surprise if you do just hang around. And then, yeah, look at this. Just amazing scene setting and scenery and stuff in general. QGS Warrior is marvellous. They're one of Dream's architects, you know, alongside the likes of Beavis and Zeke and Helicozy and stuff. They're a Dream's architect. They're really cool. We've now got a text changing tutorial. This is from Lee's Lady, and this basically just teaches you how to do text and stuff if you don't know how to do that. So yeah, it's like how to make things bigger by using hashtags, for example, how to change the colours, how to turn things into emojis. A lot of this will be things that like veteran dreamers will be more than aware of, but some people might be learning things for the first time, and it's nice to have like just all of this down on screen for people who might be new to the Dreamiverse, who might want to learn. It's nice content for the educational section within Dream Surfing, which does exist. If you go to Dreams by Genre and you come to Educational, there is a section here called Dreams Tips and Tricks, and you know, I'm a big fan of that. I'd love to see more creations, not only added to that, but added to the whole educational section. So that's really cool from Lee's Lady. And now we have a kid drawn house from Semperfi 8411 and Kendrick's 10. And this is fun. it's a kid-drawn house. Like, it's another creation that's like relatively simple, but it's got so much charm, and it's just really cool. I love to see it. I love that style. I love the use of the paint and the animation. We've now got Sally and Louie from Cassius Creed, who is the creator of Sally Mountain Peak, who is an original character that they actually write comics for in real life. If you Google Sally Mountain Peak, you will find like a whole variety of Sally Mountain Peak content out there. And Cassius Creed is the creator, and it's great to have them on Dreams, like spreading their IP to Dreams as well. They're very talented, and I look forward to an upcoming game that they're making featuring that character. This is the latest tease for that game. It's just a scene for Sally and Louie, two of the characters. And it's really cool, so much style here. And the lighting is just marvellous. Such a beautiful scene. Great use of the text emojis here as well. Just really cool, and I'm super hyped for the upcoming Sally Mountain Peak game. I don't know when it's coming out, I only know it's in the works, and I'm super excited for that. We've now got Hidden Septic City from Pentapoloctolon, and this is a debut feature on this stream and among these archives, and that's really cool. It's another example of always discovering new talent streams. Really stylish, right? Just very cool. It sets such a scene. And I've got no idea what their future plans are, but this is cool. Super cool, and that's exciting. It's always great to discover new talents. We've now got Corridor from TapioX, and this is a really spooky showcase. As you would expect from TapioX, they put together a whole bunch of really cool spooky showcases and scenes to explore. The textures here are phenomenal, as always, the lighting, just the general scene setting. I look forward to the game that they're working on. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but it's called Misery, and if it features lots of scenes like this to explore with gameplay elements, then I'm sure that it's going to be a treat. It's beautiful, but it's really creepy as well. We've now got Pacific 42 from Type Chalat. This is a jungle stalker. Look at that. Beautiful filter changes as well. The filters really do change the whole mood of the scene. Music from Type Chalat as well, really setting the scene. This scene really does deserve you to sit and look at it and absorb it all for at least like 3 to 4 minutes, but such is the nature of this, we have to move on and leave you teased to go and check these things out in game. We now move on to Sculpture from Leila Kula 81, just their latest amazing sculpture. Look at this, it's beautiful, so well done, so much detail. The hair still blows me away. Absolutely incredible. And this is just their latest one. They've got a whole bunch of sculpts out there which are all really cool. I featured them a whole bunch, and I'm always excited whenever they bring out something new. So much detail in the tunic, the necklace, like the hair. The pointed face is marvellous. It's just, the whole thing's great. And we've now got how to create massively detailed large worlds with cell loading. This is an example of how to make big worlds within Dreams from Apollonius. The scene is remixable, as their work often is, and you know, you can see that there is, like, if you were to like use this, then you'd obviously have to like edit a bunch in that, but in general you can see like the concept, and it's how to make very large worlds with you know, with cell loading. It's really cool. It's well worth delving into. There are more like sort of instructions and advice there as you go into it. We've now got a deep dive from Grimpinata 136. This is really cool, and it features music from Sauceless One. It's a piece of music that's approximately 4 minutes long, but we're just going to show a bit of it here. It's just so beautiful. See, I feel bad stopping it because I just want to keep listening to it and watching it. It's so incredible. Amazing stuff. Please do go check it out. We now have Ultimate Prawn Baguette from Spicticus. This is made for Dirty Harold's Sandwich Challenge that we featured earlier on. And this is a dirty one, isn't it? It's a dirty one. So much prawn, but it's so well done. It's really cool, and it's very interesting seeing what everyone's favourite sandwiches are through this challenge. It's really interesting. It's a cool side effect of the challenge. Although who's to say it is their favourite? Maybe they just wanted to make something with lots of prawns. We've now got a sandwich from Yovark, also made for that challenge, and you know, this features not only a sandwich but an entire table of food. And it's just really cool, really well done. Absolutely amazing style from Yovark. Really cool. We've now got Bare Necessities from Innocence 48. This is a stunning sculpture. If you enter free cam and you explore, you can see it in all its glory. Some might say it's a werebear. I don't know. I just know that I don't want to get between it and its honey. It's absolutely terrifying. But if you befriended it, it could be like the nicest thing you've ever known. You know, you just don't know. Also, if it is a werebear, then what is it when it's not a full moon? I guess it's just a normal nice bear, which is cool. You've just got to be careful when it's a full moon. It's really cool. Great sculpting from Innocence, great imagination. We've now got Hollow Walkers from Wargarble. And again, this is just great sculpting, great imagination, great scene setting. It's really cool. It has so many questions, as Wargarble stuff often does. Incredible. Now, rounding out for this week, we have Your Train arrives at platform 3 from Martinity DK, otherwise known as Martin Nebelong. This is inspired by the work of Lorenzo Drago, and it's really cool. It's really beautiful, really well done, such a well set scene. I like scares, so I've pressed a button to turn on scary mode. But this is just amazing. There's actually a time lapse on Martin's Twitter of him making this entire thing from scratch, and it's fascinating to watch. It's really just, it's kind of hypnotizing to watch this entire scene get made from nothing in a time lapse over the course of like 2 minutes or whatever. Now let's venture up the stairs. Here we go. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's incredible seeing this scene, like, you know, the same scene but just with totally different effects ultimately, you know, completely changing the atmosphere.
What is that? What is it?
Things are getting spooky though. Yeah, and then we're just falling. There we go. And that's how it ends. It's really cool from Martin Nebelong, and just one showcase of many that they've done that are all really cool. Now, I believe that brings us to the end of this week's feature. That was 66 games in however many minutes that was. Really cool. Every week there's amazing stuff released in Dreams, and I look forward to showing off the upcoming week's stuff next week. Do go and check it all out. This collection is available in-game. Catch you next time.